Hello, buddy. Welcome to the 30 Days, 30 Critique Sessions. We're on day 27. I am Blake Grutis, and today we don't have a twist. Now, normally we have a twist or a challenge that's going to shape the way that I work on the image, but we don't have one. Sundays are pre-recorded, so I can spend that time with my family in church. So, we don't have a twist. Let's jump right into the critique. This image actually comes from F64 Elite member Gary Cranston. He has given me several twists and challenges throughout this 30 days. His image happened to come up on the randomizer, and I love it. It's a beautiful, serene scene. We've got this beautiful blue transitioning into pink. It's almost like we see night on the left, or the essence of night on the left, and day leaving on the right. And I really enjoy that because it's a nice juxtaposition. It's like here we are right in the middle of this, and we can literally see how night is pushing day away, right? And I think that that's pretty cool. But we are sunsetting this day on a very peaceful moment, and I think that that is really quite beautiful here. So I really enjoy the space that you've created for me. I know that this can sometimes be considered like a cliche type of photography shot, but I'll tell you this is the type of shot that sells. So I would embrace this, okay? I don't care what other photographers say. You know, of course, you took a photo of a pier that didn't have a pier anymore. Everyone shoots that kind of stuff. You'll hear naysayers like that all the time. Who cares? Block out those voices, okay? And you know what? If I didn't say that, I guarantee in the comments there'd be somebody that would have something to say about that. I like the piece that you've crafted here, and it's not just your typical cliche shot of a dock or pier that no longer has the pier on it. All right. To me, this is more than that. It's peace. I'm seeing peace. I feel peace. I feel at peace. And I like that. You did that for me as a viewer, and I appreciate that from you as an artist. Now, my disconnect, though, is that on the right-hand side, we have night and it's coming in, and we have day and it's leaving. But day looks like it's screaming at night. It's almost like my children when they didn't want to go to bed at night, and I'd say, hey, it's time for bed, and they're screaming at me because they just want to stay awake. And I'm like, no, it's literally bedtime. Come on, you need to go to bed, right? So what I would suggest on that right-hand side is adding a little bit of color to that very bright white-ish color there, because we've gone past the realm of color anymore and are pretty much in the realm of white. And I'll show you how to fix that. And then I might invite the viewer a little bit more into this beautiful space that we have in front of us. So let's jump in Photoshop and we'll get those disconnects taken care of. Very simple stuff, actually, but it's going to be something that you've probably never seen before. We need to force some color into this area right here, which can be rather difficult. Why is that? Well, if I pick my eyedropper here and I look at this color, it is almost practically pure white. Typically, the tools in Photoshop need some type of data to hold on to in order for it to give it some color. So if this literally is at 247, 251, and 242, the average of that is probably somewhere around 247. And white is 255. So there's very little data to grab onto to change this to any color. So we have to force color into there. And how I do that is I go into the selective color adjustment layer. I change this. I usually have this at relative, but I'm going to change this to absolute. And then in here where it says colors, we're going to change that to white. So I need to force some color into white. So when we have this set to absolute, it will force that color into white. If we have it set to relative, it's going to take the relative data that is available there, meaning if this is at 250 or almost 255, you can't force any more data there. It would be able to change the color relative to the data that is available to it. However, if you change it to absolute, it will force whatever you want in there. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the black amount up just so you can see this. I'm making that white turn into black. Now I'm going to act like a painter, and I'm going to start mixing color right here on the canvas. I'm going to move my yellow slider over so I can start matching the yellow of that sunset. And then I'm going to increase a little bit of red in there, okay, to give it that orangish type of color. And then I have to decide, do I want that to be more on the green side, which will make it more yellow, or more on the magenta side, which will make it more red. I definitely want it to be more on the yellow side so that it juxtaposes the left-hand side or the blue side quite a bit. Now, this is actually hideous. I would not recommend this. It's ugly. I get it, right? Well, here's where you have two options. You can either lower the opacity now that we have the color data there that we want, or we can start to lower the black amount here, and that will be very similar to lowering the opacity. Now, look at that, okay? Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh, Gary Cranston, you challenged me so much, and now I'm offering you something beautiful here. Thank you for that. That is wonderful. Look at that. Look at the amount of Beautiful juxtaposition we have now between this complementary color scheme as it transitions from blue into its kind of darker purplish color that then transitions into the pink that is being informed by this yellow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Sometimes I can be stunned. Okay, it happens actually a lot more than you think, but I really enjoy that. I think that that's perfect. Now let's get a little bit more light right here. So I'm going to do that trick that Heike actually challenged me to do earlier in this series, and that is to take a spotlight of some sort and blend it and warp it in a way that it fits better for the composition. So I'm going to make a spotlight here, and this spotlight I'm going to put right here. I'm going to make that a reflected gradient spotlight, and I'm going to move it up and down. So basically I have a beam, all right? I want that beam to be right there, right in between those pure pillars, just like that. Okay, and I like this. I think it's great. I'm going to change this to vivid light so it's a little bit stronger, and then maybe even increase the fill a little bit on there to about 30. And that's good for now. I'll modify that later. But what I need to do here is I don't want that in the sky. So I have two options. I can either paint on this mask in black and get rid of that in the sky, or what I can do is I can right click this and say rasterize layer. Now what that does is it turns this into a pixel based layer. So no longer when I double click it, it doesn't go into our gradient anymore. It actually goes into our layer styles. Well, that's because it's its own individualized rasterized layer now. So what I'm going to do here is press Control T so that I can transform this, and then Control Shift and Alt, or Command Shift Option on a Mac. And then when I click from this side, I can actually move this beam into perspective. So look at that. Now it's going to be wider at the bottom. If we look at our little layer here, it's wider at the bottom than it is at the top. Okay, now I'll release the Control and the Alt, or the Command and the Option. I'll just press and hold Shift, and I'll move that from the top. So that will spread that beam right into this space right here. And look at that. I'll press Enter. That beam of light is right there in that space where we want it. I'm going to reduce the fill a little bit to about, let's say, 23%. And look at our before and after now. Before, after, before, after. And this might be a little strong. Vivid light at 23%, probably a little strong. So we'll drop that down again to about 12%, just to get a little bit of light in there for the viewer. And look at that. What a wonderful treat. Dang, Gary. Okay, maybe I might drop the opacity of this a little bit now that I'm looking at it, because it's a little strong. There we go. Subtle influence. Wonderful stuff. Thank you for sharing this with us, Gary. Beautiful. Our showcase image comes from Stephen Wise, and this is awesome, man. Like, when I look at this, I just see the life of this lion in its eyes. I'm connected with its eyes. It feels like it's in this moment of deep reflection. Obviously, it's probably just looking around, you know, but to us, this feels like a portrait of this lion, not a depiction of a lion, but a portrait of a very specific lion. You know, sometimes when we see maybe some wildlife images where a lion is walking out in the middle of the Serengeti or something like that, it looks like a lion, and whatever, it is what it is. It could be any lion. But this lion is not any lion. This lion has a personality. This lion has felt so much. It's seen so much. And we see that in its eyes and its longing posture. This is where, as a viewer, I start almost, making this lion feel almost human-like to me so that I can empathize with it and feel what it feels through the eyes of this lion. And that's some powerful stuff, you know? Not every picture of a lion is going to do that. Not every picture of a lion is going to feel like a portrait. Not every picture of any wildlife, for that matter, is going to feel like a human portrait. But this feels like it's at that level of human portrait. So what I'm discussing here is how your image has a connectedness to me as a viewer, you know? And we don't always get that. It's not easy to get that. But when I look at this, I feel connected to it. I feel like I want to know this lion. I feel like I want to have a little bit of empathy for this lion. I feel like I want to just walk up to it, give it a big old hug. But then I might not walk back, so I might not want to do that. But I think that what you've made here is a beautiful depiction of a lion. And it's unique in a way that you just don't see all lion portraits looking this way. So very well done, Stephen. Thank you for sharing this with us. And as for our donation amount to Give Kids Art, I do not have an update for you on that one because this is a pre-recorded video. If you're as excited about that as I am, though, make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll have an updated donation amount as I record that first thing in the morning for you. What I will say, though, is that what you can do in this time is you can either take the opportunity to visit the Give Kids Art page that you'll see in the description below and make a donation if that's something that you feel called to do, or you can interact with F64 Academy by either subscribing to the YouTube channel. That will give 25 cents to Give Kids Art. You can download the self-critique guide that's also in the description below, and that will put 50 cents into the pot for Give Kids Art. You can actually become an F64 Elite member. Let's say you're looking at these critiques, you're like, man, I don't want these to end. You do these every single day, and I've loved this. I don't want it to end. Well, guess what? I do 24 of them every single month on F64 Elite. So if you want to become an F64 Elite member, $4 from your monthly membership is going to go to Give Kids Art, and $20 from an annual membership is going to Give Kids Art. Tomorrow will not be pre-recorded, so please give me a twist. Make it fun, make it challenging. We only have 3 more of these left. I can't believe that. 3 more left. So make your challenges and twists really challenging and really twisted, all right? I'm looking forward to it. Challenge me. I like it. I love it. Let's do this. Coming in on the home stretch.